Shalom, brothers and sisters. Your brother ISRAELITES from the Northern Kingdom, bringing some edification for you Negro, Latino, and Indigenous who are the biblical Israelites. And before we start, I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatam, Rakakitash. That Yahweh, being the name of the Lord, not Jehovah, or God, or Yah, or Ahaya, it's Yahweh, the creator of all the Ancient of Days. Bahasham is in the name of, and Yahweh Shai is the one you guys call Jesus or the Christ, technically speaking. And we give double honors to elders in GMS who we learn this truth. Shalom to the apostles, the bishops, and to the men down on the highways and byways. Give it the 100% truth day and night. Shalom to you and your households. And shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, Labakar in the Hebrew, the house of David being rebuilt as we speak. Shalom to you. And shalom to the speckled birds among the heathen nation that look like the heathen nation, but return to the house of Israel and are being edified by these videos. Shalom to you. The date today is August 15th of 2025, our hopeful year of salvation and the destruction of the nation of Edom. And we have an image of Yahweh Shai who committed the greatest sacrifice for the nation of Israel. Okay? And of course, only prophecy from the Old Testament tells you that he was only going to die for the transgressions of his people. And his people are only the Israelites. So that's where religion tells you that he died for the sins of the world. Yes, he did die for the sins of the world. In context, when they're mentioning the world, it's talking about the world of the nation of Israel, according to Isaiah 45 and 17. Remember, he's quoting all these things. There was no New Testament. You have to understand that. There was no letter J. Remember, when he was crucified, it was put in 3 languages, okay, as it said in John 19. It was, Pilate put it in what? Hebrew, Latin, and Greek. And none of those languages have a letter J. So it's impossible that his name is Jesus, brothers and sisters. You just have to understand and accept the truth that you've been lied to, that you've been deceived, you've been hoodwinked. Okay? Just like everything else. Yes, you are the Israelites. Yes, you went into bondage. Okay? This is all signs of the nation of Israel. So we're going to talk about sacrifices because we have sacrifices for the Lord, according to King David. And I wanted to point that out. This is a beautiful thing, what he mentions here. So this is Psalms 141 and 1. And this is the title of this chapter, An Evening Prayer for Sanctification and Protection. Okay? A Psalm of David, Yahweh, I cry unto thee. Make haste unto me. Give ear unto my voice when I cry unto thee. And that's beautiful, man, because we're crying to the Lord in these last days. We're crying upon to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which are the true names of the Lord and his Son in the Paleo Hebrew. Remember, we just did a lesson on the true believers that will be calling upon the pure language, which is the pure language is the Hebrew. Okay? Verse 2. Let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense. And this is really a foreshadowing of the New Testament. Okay, so consider that, the incense. He's talking about his prayers, and then he's mentioning incense, because incense was an offering to the Lord by the Levitical priesthood. Just like animal fat and blood and all these things, they would burn them, and these would be like create smoke, and the Lord loved the smell. So this is what King David is mentioning. Let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense. Because what does incense do? You burn incense and it becomes smoke, and then this smoke is carried up into the air, into the heavens. And that's what he's saying. Take my prayer just like the incense. Send it up, right? Send it up to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense, and lifting up my hands as the evening prayer. Why? Because when you pray, according to the scriptures, you point to the east, okay? No, we're not Muslims. They got that shit from us, Because the only true place, the only true holy place is Jerusalem. not Mecca. Mecca was been full of idols. It's never been holy. It's been defiled. Okay, the only true city is Jerusalem, Yerushalayim. Okay, this holy city. Why do you think they're always fighting over it? Nobody's fighting over Mecca. All right, they always hold rocks and shit like that and idols. Okay. You point to the east, you drop to your knees, and you lift up your hands to the Lord, right? Lifting up my hands as the evening prayer, right? Because I believe David would pray 5 times, I think King Solomon 3 times, as well Daniel 3 times. But they all did the same thing, point to the east, right? Get on their knees and lift up their hands, right? Set a watch, O Lord, before my mouth. Keep the doors of my lips, right? Because what do the priests have to keep? The priests keep the laws, right? And that your lips are supposed to be invoking the law, statute, commandments to your people. Remember, King David was a warrior, but he's a priest as well. In the order of Melchizedek. All Israelites are priests, according to 1 Peter 2:9, right? We're a nation of kings and priests, okay? Set a watch, O Lord, before my mouth. Keep the doors of my lips. Incline not my heart to any evil thing, to practice wicked works with men that work iniquity, and let me not eat of their dainties, right? Because he's speaking about offerings to other gods, right? Dainties. They would offer blood with bread to Moloch and all these other Raphaim and all these other idols. So he's basically saying that don't let me eat of those dainties of that defiled bread to these idols. Okay, but the point is here at 2. Let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense. Right. So when you're praying to the Lord by yourself, right? And you're asking him for something. You're asking him for mercy. You're asking him for healing. You're asking him for wisdom. You're asking him for salvation, right? But more importantly, you're asking him to hear you. Let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense, right? So you want to send it up. You want to make sure it's heard, right? You want to send that letter, put a stamp on it, right? As incense, and the lifting up of my hands as the evening prayer. So this is a foreshadowing of the New Testament, because we go to the New Testament, okay, and we just got to call it like it is here. I believe is Revelation 5 and 8. Let's see. Yeah. Revelation 5 and 8. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 4 and 20, the 24 elders, fell down before the Lamb, the Mashiach, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints. And according to Psalms 50 and 5 and Psalms 147 and 14, the saints are the children of Israel. Okay? And it's going to mention it again. I think it's Revelation 8. Revelation 8 and 4. Yeah. 8 and 4. Revelation 8 and 4. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before God out of the angel's hands. So that's the point, brothers and sisters, that the Lord is collecting the prayers of the elect. And, I'm not saying we're the elect. I'm saying we're the hopeful elect. Okay? That your prayers might be of the elect. I don't know if I'm the elect, but I'm sending up those prayers, hoping, that this drop of water, this drop of wisdom, okay, can be collected to be filling up that cup. Okay? That cup is going to be filled with the incense, the odors, and that drop is going to be collected to become a bigger drop, to become. Remember, the scriptures mention that from one drop creates a whole ocean. So every one of us is that drop, and we're creating that ocean of prayers that Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai is collecting. And soon, brothers and sisters, very soon, that time will be at hand, that He's collected that cup of the prayers. So that's it, brothers and sisters. I hope you got wisdom, understanding, and that sacrifice that we are committing, these prayers that we throw up to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, that He hears us, that He hears His supplication of His children, that we're invoking the names of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai in the Hebrew, and the strength that the Hebrew has, and hopefully that it is enough that the Lord can give us that mercy, that salvation that we are asking for, and that we might be of the hopeful elect. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Barakatham, Rakakidash, and he that have ears let him hear. Shalom.